Hi everybody.
Hey everybody.
I think this is the first time we're like really checking in.
No, we've checked in throughout the day.
This is the first time I've checked in.
Maybe.
I think it's the first time I've checked in. Yeah, so we're married now.
Yeah, so you see all that beautiful wedding footage that we've already gone through.
Yeah, and now it's time to go to the after party.
Yeah, we're going to Kamu Karaoke over at the Venetian.
And if you guys are curious, you can see the last time that we went there. We'll link that video in the description box so you guys can see our previous times. So this is going to be our second time going, and I'm really excited because we have a pretty big group, so we should be getting a fairly big room. So hopefully we get to show that to you guys tonight. Yeah. So we're just waiting for our Uber so we can get over there. So yeah.
It's the remix.
As we head back to Kamu Karaoke for the second time, please be advised that there will be flashing lights in this video. So if you have any problems with flashing lights, you're best to turn it off right now. Before you can even enter, there's an intelligent disinfection door that you just walk through. I don't know what it does, UV lights or a spray, or I don't know, but it doesn't really seem to do anything when we walk through it. So this is the main bar area that's outside all of the karaoke rooms. You can stop here and grab a drink, or if your bartender's not in your room at the time, you can go out here and grab a drink too. This is all of Nacia's family. They clearly pre-gamed before they made it to Kamu Karaoke. Here we are being escorted back to our VIP room. Unlike last time where we had a smaller room, this time we actually did get a VIP suite, which had some positives and negatives to it. We'll talk about later. So here is the actual suite before anybody gets into it. You can see we have a nice view of the Wen outside the window. This is supposed to be their only VIP suite that has a window, and it only looks outside on the Wen and the road beneath it. So our room had a very Egyptian, sarcophagus kind of feel to it. Definitely different than our last room, a lot bigger, a lot easier to get around the tables and stuff. But you do lose some issues with, I think the lighting and stuff was actually better in the smaller rooms, and we'll show you that in a second. This is the large display pad where you basically find the YouTube videos that you're going to play for your songs. I took a quick shot of the ceiling to show you some of the lighting features that are included in this room. And you'll see that this is the ground and how lit it is. In comparison to our other video, it's not as bright as the other room or as loud. Here's Nacia going all out, doing her best Ursula impression for her Disney song. This is one of the hallways for the Kamu Karaoke. All right.
Yeah.
We finally made it home. Definitely a great experience again at Kamu Karaoke.
Yeah, it's definitely been a day and a night, but I tell you what, I had a blast. It was a lot of fun. This time when we went to Kamu Karaoke, we got a VIP suite, and it's one of their bigger VIP suites that can fit up to 30 people.
Yeah, it's a good experience. I would say the difference between the two rooms, the smaller room, it was harder to get around because it had a very tight table, tight chair set up. This one definitely better in that. There were 2 tables, a lot of more space in the chairs, so that was great.
Had a mini bar.
The area was bigger. We had a window, which I don't understand the purpose of it because it didn't really look at anything of value. Like
it looks at the mirage, yeah.
Looked at the wind, and it was like, okay, there's the wind. That's awesome. And the wind isn't that spectacular. I mean, it's a nice hotel, but it's just a hotel.
It was awkward. A little awkward.
So, I don't understand that part of it. The Egyptian theming was great. The lights and stuff were definitely less than the other room.
Yeah, way more muted in the larger space.
If you didn't like the first video where it was just overwhelming with lights and overwhelming with sounds, this one was actually a little bit better because the lights were spread out more and the sound actually wasn't as strong because it wasn't bouncing off these really close walls to you. So I definitely kind of like that aspect of it. It was a lot more money though.
Yeah, so as long as you go before 10, they do, for these VIP suites, it is a $1,500 minimum spend, which you can use your hourly room rate, which is about $200 an hour. You can apply that towards your $1,500. All of the food basically goes towards that, and roughly they're all shared style, and they're about $20 to $30 a plate, except for the lobster rolls. Those are about $50.
No, too, they add the tip, so you get about a $300 tip in there too when you're making your calculations.
Automatic $350 tip, so that
legit tip right there that they will add the tip.
Yeah. And then we did a bottle service. Hold
on, because that was a surprise to us. They didn't tell us ahead of time that they were going to add the tip. There was nothing saying that, and then they added the $300. So we had calculated the $15 without the $300. That's why we pointed out as a legit tip. It's very important.
Yeah.
We did get the bottle service.
Yeah, so we ended up getting bottle service, which I've never done a bottle service before, and that was really nice. They poured it into these pourable containers for us. They brought us mixers, ice, cups, water, so it was really nice.
That was actually really good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the bottle service. That was about $600, but it also included, so when you do the bottle service, it includes your bottle, your mixers, it includes 2 appetizers. So that's,
which we didn't get, by the way.
Yeah, I think that kind of got dropped off at the end. And then it also includes 2 hours of karaoke. So you could essentially do 2 or 3 bottle services. And then you would just have to pay your $300 tip on top of that. And you would be right about that $1,500 to $1,800 range.
Yeah, and just so you know, we like the place, so we're saying that. Yeah. It is very expensive, though. There are much cheaper options off the strip, and you need to know that, too. This one charges, on average, $200 an hour for a regular room, whereas off the strip, you can get them for $10 or $15. So just know that. The one thing with this trip that differed from the last one is the service was definitely not as well. They forgot a bunch of drinks.
Yeah.
The apps that we ordered probably midway through
took over an hour.
So legit tip, again, like we said in the last video, we kind of did it ourselves, but we kind of mucked ourselves up here, is know what kind of food you want going in so that you order that right at the beginning, because their kitchen is a little slow. So it may take a while. We literally got 15 plates of apps and desserts 20 minutes before we left. So it was
the last
everyone eat, because we literally need to get this done. So that was a little chaotic.
Agreed. But I think everybody had a really good time. We did it for about 3 hours, was how much we paid for hourly wise. At first when we got in the room, the TV wasn't quite working, but they did a good job trying to get that all synced back up.
Legit tip there, when you get to the room, do not let them leave until you test out the system. Because we've had this twice now where we go into the room, and for the first 15 minutes to 30 minutes, we can't do anything because there's some kind of glitch on the system or the TVs aren't working. Yeah. So make sure that they'll be quick and they'll try to escape. You've got to hold them in there and be like, hey, I just want to test everything out before you leave. Because otherwise you're just kind of twiddling your fingers and waiting for them to come back.
Yeah, but overall, I really like going to Kamu Karaoke. Yeah. It's actually easier, legit tip, to park at the Palazzo versus the Venetian.
Even though it does say it's in the Venetian.
Yeah, it's a lot quicker of a walk
Yes.
in terms of where your Uber driver drops you off in parking to go to the Palazzo and then go to Kamu from that way. Otherwise, you have to walk all the way through the Venetian. You have to walk all the way through the casino, all the way through the stores, and then eventually you get to the backside of the stores where Kamu is.
And another legit tip too to think about, something that probably most people aren't going to think about, if this is like the last thing you do and you're leaving, and sometimes we bring our luggage with us because it's a huge hotel and you just have it with you, they will actually check through all your luggage that you have there too. So just legit tip, be prepared for that. It might take a little bit if you have luggage or anything that you're carrying around with you.
Yeah. Yeah, I really liked the suite. Like Gary said, it was nice and big. We actually had enough room to do our first dance, which I thought was really cool. And everybody was really comfortable, able to spread out. And it was actually a really good time.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, it's a really nice place. I keep harking back to this. It's a little bit overpriced. I really wish they would drop their prices a little bit because they're not competitive. It's really hard to get to, in all honesty. But it is a really fun experience when you get there. So it's like, I'd like you to be a little more reasonable in that aspect.
Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed tagging along with us today for our reception at Kamu.
Yeah, make sure to like the video and subscribe to our stuff, because we're going to be doing more stuff in Caesar's Palace as well as around the
Everywhere,
Strip. So
yeah.
if you're interested in seeing some more stuff in Vegas, make sure you subscribe and ring that notification bell to keep you notified when there's some new videos.
Yeah, so we will see you guys in the next adventure.
Yeah, we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.